Hi my friends, welcome to Mavic channel. Today we have the DJI Mavic Mini and the DJI Mavic Air 2. And as you can see, I have a natural swimming pool out back here. Actually, it's been raining for 3 days, and I think I'll take a dive after this flight and see how that goes. Okay, back to business. We will be conducting 3 return to home for each drone and see which one comes back to its takeoff point. I guess most people, including me at this time, I'm thinking that the Mavic Air 2 should be victorious. But let's wait and see. So there was the landing pad that I suspended a little bit because the grass is wet. And let's get straight to it. All right, first off, the 570 grams DJI Mavic Mini. All right, we are now airborne. I will let it fly at this point for at least 10 seconds just so that it properly identifies its takeoff point. I did calibrate it, made sure the battery level was good and everything checked out properly before conducting this test. It has identified its home point. Now let's gain some altitude here to there about 90 feet, sorry. And let's go out a little bit. What a wonderful view. Wow. Okay, we are about say 300, close to 300 feet out. So let's hit the return to home button.
Go home.
And hopefully it comes back to its precise takeoff point. Now is the moment of truth. So let's allow it to come back.
Landing.
All right, it is descending right now. And it is descending a little bit, maybe I can say from now, rough estimate 10 feet out. That's a little bit disappointing. Hopefully it corrects its path, its descent. Oh, it doesn't seem to. It's taking its time now. It is still descending. Actually, it wants to land on top of the water, so let me lift it off now. Yeah, a little, that's a disappointing first try. Okay, first attempt, Mavic Mini. Let's see what it does. I have calibrated, checked everything, make sure everything checks out. We are going to repeat the same ritual for this one as well. Let it fly at this takeoff altitude, initial takeoff altitude, for about 10 seconds, and then we will gain altitude and some distance. Okay, so I attempted to fly the same flight path and gain the same altitude and go the same distance, and I was probably a few feet off here and there, but I hit the return to home button.
Go home.
And now it all rests to see. I was a little bit disappointed with the initial performance of the Mavic Air 2. It came approximately 12 feet off its takeoff point rather. So let's see what the Mavic Mini will do. Okay, it is fast approaching the takeoff point. And as you
Landing.
can see, it says it's landing about 2 feet away, but it is actually a distance, quite a distance away, approximately the same distance as the Mavic Air 2 did in its first attempt. Even though it is not coming directly coming down directly above the water, it is approximately 12 feet away. So I will call this a draw in the first attempt. It is a draw, 12 feet away approximately. Now let us go back to the Mavic Air 2 and see what it does. It was a disappointing first one, but let's hope that this time around it performs better. So the same ritual, the same everything, gain altitude, go approximately the same distance, and this is what happened.
Go home.
At this point, I didn't really expect it to do much different from what it had already done. I expected it to come home, maybe come 8 feet away, and I was at this point quite honestly rooting for the Mavic Mini to win the second challenge, and it came back
Landing.
and descended. And to my greatest surprise, it was coming directly over, over, returning directly over where it took off from. I was like, no. I almost stopped it from descending. I was like, no. I'm not sure at this point that the Mavic Mini will will defeat, will do this. So it was coming directly, and I was like, oh no. Yep, so it was directly on top, and it wanted me to check the surface before it landed. And yes, it had come directly above where it took off from. 100% accuracy right there. That was something else. Now, as you guys can see, it came directly above where it took off from. It not even an inch away, and it was facing the same direction, and that was a huge success. And now it was the turn of the Mavic Mini. Quite frankly, guys, I was very scared. It was as if I was about to fight Mike Tyson. So I took off, and of course the same ritual, let it fly at that altitude for a short while, and then gained altitude, went out approximately the same distance, give or take, and this is what happened.
Go home. Landing.
So upon its return, the Mavic Mini attempted to land about 5 feet away, which means the Mavic Air 2 had carried the second round. The Mavic Mini performed slightly better given that it was about 5 to 6 feet away, but I was devastated and very disappointed, and now the third round I was actually super rooting for the Mavic Mini. So the final round for the Mavic Air 2 began, and this is what happened.
Go home. Landing.
At this point, I was super happy because it started descending quite a distance from its takeoff point. So I was like, okay, yes, this will give the Mavic Mini in its final attempt at least a chance to defeat it in one round. But as you will notice, or as you can see right now, it started correcting itself. Can you believe this? Oh my goodness. It turned around, and then as it was descending, it was moving towards the takeoff point. I was so shocked and very angry and disappointed, and I was like, oh no. Behold, it came and it decided to land right at its takeoff point again for the second time. This is unbelievable. I was so disappointed. Man, precisely above, and it gave the same signal that I should check the surface beneath, that it is not suitable for landing. Even though it was slightly off this second time, but I would still give it 100% because that was fantastic. It was amazing how it corrected itself, and it was landing and coming backward, and came and it stopped at this position right here. So there it goes. Now I was very excited. The third and final round of the Mavic Mini. I was hoping and praying that it comes and land on top of its takeoff point, or exactly at its takeoff point. I was so excited, and I felt as though I was about to fight Mike Tyson, Evander, and maybe George Foreman all at the same time. So this is what happened.
Go home. Landing.
And at this point, I was super happy because it seemed as though it was coming down directly above its takeoff point. So I was rooting for it. I was happy. I was cheering, and I was like, yes, we got it this time, we got it this time. But as you can see, it came down and it almost landed on at exactly its takeoff point. It was maybe a couple feet away. That was an awesome performance. I was happy. It was a lovely evening. So 3 rounds, two to the Mavic Air 2, and one draw. So there it goes, guys. The ultimate battle, return to home battle, and it was just an awesome evening. Lovely sunset, very fun flying, even though I had 3 days of raining. So please, guys, subscribe, leave your comment below. If you've not yet pushed the thumbs up button, push it right now, and I will see you on my next video. Thank you.
Landing.